Hi everyone, so we are outside London St Pancras International, and yesterday was the opening of a brand new station in Kent known as Thanet Parkway, and today we're going to be showing you around that station later in the video. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's go. Here we are. Welcome to Thanet Parkway Station. So welcome everyone to the brand new Thanet Parkway Station, and this station opened on the 31st of July 2023, and the station is located between Ramsgate and Minster. So this video will be coming out on Wednesday the 2nd of August, because it opened yesterday, and unfortunately I couldn't be there, so that's a shame. Anyways, so we're here to look at the station in more detail. And if I just pan my GoPro this way, you'll notice that the station is actually quite linear, but I still love it all the same. And the station has two platforms, and the platforms here are long enough to accommodate the 12-car Javelin trains, which operate the St Pancras to Margate service, which is that rather confusing loop service. And the Javelins to Dover do not stop here. Only the ones to Margate stop here. Here's a pan of the station. Here's a full 360 diagram, or panorama, of Thanet Parkway Station. So trains from Thanet Parkway, during the off-peak are every hour in both directions. So as according to the PIS screen here, and there's one there. So here's one of the PIS screens, and you notice that the next train is at 2:51, and then after that it's the 3:51. So currently it's showing the third service. So here's the second one.
Calling at Canterbury West, Ashford International, Ebbsfleet International, Stratford International and St Pancras International. This train has 6 coaches.
This train will be stopping further along the platform. Please make your way towards the end of the platform to board this train.
Platform 1 for the 14:05 Southeastern service to St Pancras International.
Accessible facilities can be found in the front coach of the train.
Wow, that is brand new.
This train will be stopping further along the platform. Please make your way towards the end of the platform to board this train. Accessible facilities can be found in the front coach of the train.
Right, so the journey time from here to St Pancras takes approximately 70 minutes, which is 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we got a Javelin, which is heading towards Dover via Faversham. And the Javelins to Dover do not stop here. So it's crossing that level crossing, which has been upgraded as part of the station works. And then once it reaches Dover, the train will then loop back, heading to St Pancras via Ashford. And so that looping route for the Javelin trains is so confusing to understand. And sometimes I even get confused. And so here's one of the cabin areas, which takes you down to the exits. Right, so I'm not going to take you on a tour of the station just yet, because I have to get an express train. That will leave Ramsgate in about 5 minutes. So here he's got the seating area, which is a good place where you can wait for your train. And that is the lift area. Actually, this station is step-free, but it's only from the street to the platforms and not the train. So you still need to use a defibrillator. God, that's a mouthful. Anyway, you have to use that thing, which I've said, in order to board the train. So in order to use that, you need to ask staff or the guard on the train.
The train now approaching.
So you may be wondering, what is the purpose of the station? Well, the purpose of the station is to serve the suburb of Cliffs End, and also the entire Thanet community as a whole. And also new housing developments will spring around here in the future. So, when the station opened yesterday, the total number of stations in Britain increased to 2,577. And also today is the opening of another station near Bristol, known as Portway Park Ride. And that increased the total number of stations to 2,578. So, yeah, that's a good fact. Alright, so we're now going to explore the station in more detail. So here's the stairs with these like mesh like walls here. And the station has quite a monochromatic look. Alright, and here is the large forecourt station. Looks impressive. Oh, wow. And you got these benches here just to chill out. And you got these drop-off bays right here, as well as the bus station. But unfortunately, there are no buses that call here. So it feels rather pointless. And here's the station from the outside. And there's a banner which says Thanet Parkway station is now open. Here's the car park of Thanet Parkway. So here's the banner. Beautiful. So, a rather annoying bit about the station is that there's no way of crossing from one platform to the other in the station premises. So instead, you have to come down to the forecourt, then head under this under the railway with this with this arch here, and then come back up into the station. And you got the A299 dual carriageway, which runs east-west. And here's the car park, another one. And here is the bicycle stand. And you need a special key to access it. And it's just wonderful. Right, so there's this pathway here, which takes you to the level crossing. And this is actually a bicycle lane, but I don't know, you have to be careful here. It can also be used for pedestrians too. So down there is the A299 dual carriageway. And you just walked from there and you came over here. So here's a better view. And the A299 dips into a tunnel, a underpass. So we just came down this pathway, and you have to just come up here. Be careful, snakes. Yeah. Right, here's the level crossing. And this level crossing actually had to be upgraded to fit in well with the train stopping at Thanet Parkway. So before, if the train like came at the point where the Thanet Parkway station was being constructed, the gates here would not work well with the timings, and you would just have mayhem. But now it works better. But the barriers here actually used to be half barriers, but now they're full barriers. So yeah, that's a good upgrade. And it's just this path here which takes you up to nowhere. And this is actually a good place to stand here and film trains. And you got the A299 heading east-west, but I'm looking west towards London. And behind me is Ramsgate. So during peak hours, some of the commuter southeastern trains, like the 375, actually do stop at Thanet Parkway only during peak hours. The the majority of the trains are only the Javelins from between St Pancras and Margate via Ashford. Right, the level crossing is about to go down for the train that's going to come. So you notice that there's this barrier and this barrier going down, and then these two. So they go in a diagonal fashion for this one. And look in this direction. So it's the train from. So it's the train coming from Minster. So it stopped at Minster, and its next stop will be Ramsgate. And the boom gates will go up. That is some level crossing action. Alright, so I'm at a fork in the road. So basically, there's this a cycle only lane, but for pedestrians, they did this very silly. So you have to, for pedestrians, you have to take this long deviating route to get there. But I just because there are like very few cyclists that use it, we're just going to use this as a shortcut. And you might be wondering, well, how do cars get into the station car park? There is actually a slip road from the A299 that heads into the station car park, and yeah, that is an easy shortcut for cars. And I'll be heading over to the other platform to get my train back to St Pancras. Alright, so here's the forecourt again, and you've got litter bins here, which are enclosed in the shell of the bin, which unfortunately are not blowing in the breeze. Alright, so to get to platform 1, you have to go underneath this arch, which goes under the railway, which has a lot of height but not width. And it even echoes in here too. And so I'm not walking along the tactile pavement. That is just for the vision impaired passengers. Yeah, but unless if you're just cutting through to the other side. And you even have a map of these London and the southeast, and you also got ticket machines here. So they actually added Thanet Parkway on the map, and so it's between Ramsgate and Minster, and also sometimes it's located. It's the next station heading towards Dover is Sandwich. Yeah, we'll be taking the lift up to the platforms. Up to platform 1. Right, that you got this rather dead farm. Anyway, here's the lift.
Doors opening.
One,
Going up.
and it's really new. So
Doors closing.
actually, oh my god, this is such a major improvement for a new station, because you have a orange like LED for up and green for ground, and also you even got a doors close button. That's a big improvement. Well done. And I love it. I love this lift. This is one of my favorite lifts of any national rail station.
Doors opening.
Now we're on platform 1. Wait. I need to show you something. Hey, there's this bin back here, which unfortunately is not blowing in the breeze too. So this is my train back to St Pancras, which is at 3:07. And it'll be 12 coaches, so it'll span the entire length of the platform. Right, so there are shelters along the full length of the platforms. So there is one there, but we're gonna head into this one, which has a leaning bar bench, and also this one. This is a good place to sit while away from the train. Right, here's a train bound for Ramsgate. Actually, one downside I have is that there's so many bugs here. So you have to be really careful whenever you're waiting for your train during the summer. During the winter, it's alright, but during the summer, please take extra care.
And Margate. This train has 6 coaches. There are usually no seats on this train. However, 2 for the 14:51 Southeastern service to Margate.
So that voice actress is actually the one you hear at London Bridge, elsewhere on Southeastern. Yeah, another downside is that trains which do stop here just crawl. So once at Minster, they actually slow down and just stop at a red signal before proceeding again. Here it is. So here's the train leaving from Margate, calling at Ramsgate, Broadstairs and Margate. Right, so let me just explain about the signals again. So the one further in the distance is single yellow, the next one is double yellow, and then this one here is red. So double yellow means the signal after the next one is at red, or the stop aspect. And so, yeah, let me just check my POS screen. So passengers for Canterbury West should board the front 8 coaches. Okay, my train is currently between Broadstairs and Ramsgate. So the Javelins are bimodal trains, so they can run on overhead power, which you would have on HS1, which is technically a French line, but also a British line, and they also run with third rail shoes. So yeah, and they switch power at either Ebbsfleet or Ashford, depending on what service they're running. So one of the other downsides I want to point out is that the platforms here are actually quite narrow. That is quite rare for a new train station. So so the edge of the platform is right here, and the end, which I'm not going to go towards, is by the white line. And just let me just. It's so narrow. Yeah, really narrow, so you have to take care while you're using this station.
7 Southeastern service to St Pancras International, calling at Canterbury West, Ashford International, Ebbsfleet International, Stratford International and St Pancras International. This train has 12 coaches. Due to a short platform, passengers for Canterbury West should board the front 8 coaches. There are usually many seats available on this train. Platform 1 for the 1507 Southeastern service to St Pancras International.
Accessible facilities can be found in coaches 1 and 7.
Right, so here's my train for London St Pancras, and it's the one I'll be getting on. So farewell Thanet Parkway. See you one sign. I'll say my ending.
Platform 1 for the 1507 Southeastern service to St Pancras International, calling at Canterbury West, Ashford International, Ebbsfleet International, Stratford International and St Pancras International. This train has 12 coaches. Due to a short platform, passengers for Canterbury West should board the front 8 coaches. There are usually many seats available on this train.
Accessible facilities can be found in coaches 1 and 7.
Now arrived at Thanet Parkway.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Thanet Parkway Station. If you did, please like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.